As the shirts begin to come off over there in the chatting box, exposing the pasty white flesh of these Minnesotans, trying to figure out where in the alphabet they are, the letter on their chest. I hope it spells something that's not dirty, because, okay, that's M, that's good, very good, Zach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce my brother from another mother from the Windy City Rollers in a fantastic suit, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bryant Mumble.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to introduce to you those Baberhams from the land of Lincoln, from Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City Roller All-Stars. The captains, number 7, Jackie Daniels. And captain, number 17, Old Dirty Go-Go. Number 30 is Athena de Crime. Number 75, Bork, Bork, Bork. Number 219 is Who's Your Mama? Number 42, Carmageddon. Number 911, Cola Loca. Number 303 is Konichi Wow. Number 38, Maya Salt. Number 52 is Sargentina. 00 is Tamakaze. Number 25, Varla Vendetta. Number 999 is Yvette, your maker. And number 27 is Zoe Trocious, with coaches Angel Dust and Howie Rolson.
Those are the Windy City RollerGirls All-Stars. Fantastic. Thanks for coming up. But, of course, you bring one team. You can't just have a one-team roller derby. That would be ridiculous.
Absurd.
That would be absurd. That would be like Gotham against that small Long Island team that they did. That was crazy. That's ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, how about number 2? That's right, we're number 2. In the North Central region, striking forth from our secret underground base deep beneath the legendary Roy Wilkins Auditorium, ladies and gentlemen, the Minnesota RollerGirls All-Stars! And coached by Dancing Gravity, the Minnesota RollerGirls All-Stars! Starting up on the line for Minnesota, we have number 187 on an undercover Lexicutor.
She's going to be up against Jackie Daniels for the Windy City Roller All-Stars.
Old number 7, Jackie Daniels. Old friend of Minnesota, old enemy of Minnesota. She is, above all, a fantastic skater. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Well, okay then, let's go.
And we will see who will be Queens of the North tonight. Who will get the 1 seed in the North Central region.
Well, of course, this is all done by voting. So tonight doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's going to jump up, but it's certainly something that's going to break it out. Oh, Jackie Daniels takes the initial first lead jam slot.
Lexicutor still in the pack, tangling with Old Dirty Go-Go. She's got Yvette Your Maker and Varla Vendetta wearing the pivot stripe to contend with. And outside the engagement zone, they have to let her go. They picked up a couple minor penalties, I do believe. And Jackie Daniels gets through the pack, calls off the jam. 4 points for the Windy City Roller All-Stars.
That's right, 4 points and 1 lead jam for Windy City up here. Next up, that's Jukebox on the line for Minnesota.
And that's Cola Loca, the league's 2008 league MVP for Windy City.
Yeah, if you've been watching Windy City Roller Derby for the past few seasons, you know who Cola Loca is. Jukebox, of course, in the last few games has been doing a lot more blocking than jamming and then coming in for some crazy events.
One of the most agile skaters out there, Jukebox, trying to make her way towards the front, taking some hits along the way. Cola Loca held up by a 4-wall of Minnesota blockers.
Jukebox!
Major penalty on Gertrude Stein, but points.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 points in the first jam, 4 points in the second jam. It's a tie game into the second jam. Your honor of your first penalty tonight goes, of course, to the lovely Shiva Shankin.
I enjoyed the battle to get to the jam line. I think we're going to see that a lot.
Absolutely.
Hits just to get to the jam line, the lineup.
That's Varla Vendetta on the line for the Windy City Rollers, number 25, up against number 75 for Minnesota. That's Harmony Killer Brews. Gets pushed to the outside by Bork.
Harmony Killer Brews getting near the front, the 4-wall at the back holding, the 3-wall at the back holding for Varla Vendetta.
Harmony re-enters with a nice hit on Varla, but doesn't really slow her down. Varla makes it through and is your lead jammer. Varla Vendetta, Windy City Rollers.
And Harmony Killer Brews clears the pack as well.
Harmony gets through and pours on the speed, trying to catch up with Varla.
Varla Vendetta calls off the jam. We're going to line them up again. We see Athena de Crime, the 8-year veteran for Windy City.
Up against Secondhand Smoke from Minnesota, the former Kilimanjaro. 4 jams, 4 jammers for each team. Deep jamming well here going on.
3-4 in the pack of favor Windy City.
Secondhand Smoke coming back from a pretty major leg injury, but she is back and looking better than ever. Nice 3-wall in the back by Minnesota, holding Athena back. But she makes it through. An excellent little move to the left there to the inside, picking up lead jammer for Athena de Crime.
Who's Your Mama, the last line of defense, gets some help from Yvette Your Maker as Secondhand Smoke clears the pack. Athena de Crime now on a scoring pass. She calls off the jam. Let's see how many she got. 1 point for Windy City.
1 single, solitary, big roller derby points.
The last time these teams met, it was a 23-point victory for the Windy City Roller All-Stars.
Minnesota was ahead by a lot at the half, though. So it's been different every single time these teams have met, but Windy City has always come out on top. We're going to see if that changes tonight.
We see Cola Loca on the line for Windy City.
She's going up against Medusa. No, I'm sorry. She is going up against, that is Lexicutor, pardon me.
A 2-wall at the front trying to hold off Cola Loca.
Nice moves from Cola Loca, just trying to get past that Minnesota wall up front. Nice hits by Buzz Tightrear, trying to just slow her out, pushing her out to the outside. becomes lead jammer, but has to go to the back of the pack.
So Kololoka still on that initial pass, but now she clears. She'll be eligible to score her next time through. And a major track cut on a blocker for Minnesota.
So amazing, just a very, very important there, getting that time differential in there. Buzz Tightrear was able to get through. Oh, but that was a major track cut on Kololoka. So this is a Minnesota Power Jam for Lexicutor.
So Lexicutor, we're going the full 2 minutes here. Lexicutor will be able to score on this pass.
However, Minnesota is down by one blocker, so it's not going to make it that. It's not going to be that easy because all four blockers for Windy City are going to be able to concentrate on her, including old number 7, Jackie Daniels, right at the front of the pack there.
And there's going to be a penalty for outside the engagement zone on Old Dirty Go-Go. So 5-point grand slam.
First grand slam of the night goes to Lexicutor.
And here comes Lexicutor, another pass. 10 points so far for Lexicutor, and she's got time for more. Pack moving at a snail's pace now. Jackie Daniels with a nice hit.
Oh! Beautiful move there after Bork pushed her out. Jackie Daniels wanted to finish a job. Pushed out Lexicutor, but then was answered by Buzz Tightrear.
3 more for Minnesota, a 12-point jam. 2 points awarded to Windy City before Kololoka went to the penalty box.
Fantastic team play going on here.
So Minnesota takes the lead 17-12, 23 minutes left to play in this first half. We're going to get our first look at Zoe Trocious out there for Windy City. She's up against Jukebox, who's juking her way through now, contending with a 3-wall at the front of the pack. And Jukebox is through for lead jammer status. Diamond Rough trying to hold off.
Oh!
Zoe Trocious.
Yvettra Maker with an excellent attempt there, just about a millimeter shy of taking out Scarman Electra.
Jukebox on her scoring pass now, contending with that 3-wall. She's racking up points as she's making her way through. Zoe Trocious still on her initial pass. And through the pack, Jukebox, 5-point grand slam.
Grand slam for Jukebox. 5 more big roller derby points for Minnesota.
Jukebox takes a hit. We got a back block major on Jukebox.
Oh dear. That means that it is a Windy City power jam situation. A whole minute.
However, Zoe Trocious is still on her initial pass. She's not scoring yet. Minnesota on the penalty kill. Windy City isolates on one blocker for Minnesota, splitting the pack. That releases Zoe Trocious.
That's right, the Great Wall of St. Paul not having a whole lot of luck right there when they isolate one skater at the back of the pack, able to utilize the 20-foot rule. And now, I'm sorry, but that's a minivan in favor of the Windy City Rollers.
So far, the parents are winning this one. But Zoe Trocious gets through.
5 points for Windy City.
And 2 minutes are up, and the power jam will continue into the next jam. So 4 points for Minnesota, I believe, as well in that jam. Before Jukebox went to the penalty box.
So the score as it stands with just over 20 minutes to play in the first half. Minnesota RollerGirls All-Stars lead Windy City 26-17. Kololoka on the jammer line, and hey, we're occupying the pivot line. It's fantastic.
The minivan jam continues.
Nice move there by Kololoka.
So Windy City trying to keep that pack slow. They're moving it in a reverse direction.
Scarman Electra at the front of the pack, enforced to let her go, getting another grand slam for Windy City.
And Jukebox is out of the penalty box on her initial pass. Cola Loca racking up points on her second scoring pass.
She thought she had it straight away, but then the adventure maker just happened to look over her shoulder and noticed that Jukebox was in.
Scarman Electra gets the jammer takedown on Cola Loca. Bork, 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 and Sargentina holding off Jukebox in the pack. But Jukebox gets through.
That's her initial pass right there. One more pass for Cola Loca, who calls it off after picking up another 5 points. And that is going to make a Windy City lead 27-26. Still a 1 point game, ladies and gentlemen.
I believe that's our second lead change of this match.
Everybody drink. And if you're drinking, of course, we hope you're drinking Surly beer from the Surly Brewing Company, beautiful Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. I'm drinking a Surly Cynic Ale right now, another proud Minnesota RollerGirls sponsor.
We're taking a look at Athena to Crime for Windy City, and that's Harmony Killer Brews for Minnesota. A very slow-moving scrum right now, starting to break up a little bit. Harmony Killer Brews nearing the front.
Trying to make her way through, and she does! Harmony Killer Brews, lead jammer, Minnesota. Athena to Crime trying to get past Naughty Kitty now. Well, finally does. Unfortunately, the rest of Minnesota's pack was not up with Naughty Kitty. She was a one-woman wall there. Windy City currently with a one-blocker advantage.
And Harmony calls off the jam. Did she get enough to change the points? See, 1 point, I believe. I think she got a minor track cut as well.
1 point, so that's a tie game.
We're going to see Zoetrocious out there again for Windy City.
Second-hand smoke on the line for Minnesota up against Zoetrocious for the Windy City RollerGirls All-Stars. Inside and outside, both trying a different tack.
This is just pure muscle out there. Blockers holding off jammers. But Minnesota's claimed the back. That's an advantage for second-hand smoke.
Very, very great defense being played by both these teams, holding these jammers back.
Things get broken up a little bit. Zoetrocious is your lead jammer, but Medusa's trying to pull her back in. Zoetrocious clears the pack. Second-hand smoke now on her initial pass, still trying to get through, taking a pounding.
The adventure maker doing an excellent job of trying to keep back second-hand smoke, who then turns to defensive jamming for a moment.
I think I saw a back block major on someone.
On second-hand smoke, so that's another Windy City power jam.
As Zoetrocious already on a scoring pass. Diamond Rough, the last line of defense. Very formidable blocker, but Zoetrocious able to clear the pack on our first scoring pass. 5 points so far for Windy City.
Sargentina hitting the box as well. Of course, I saw Sargentina at the Roller Derby World Cup up in Toronto playing with her native team Argentina. A fantastic player all around. You're very lucky to have her.
Zoetrocious on her second scoring pass. All four of Minnesota's blockers have been able to get back in front of her. Kicked out there by Gertrude Stein. Has to re-enter at the back of the pack. Minnesota's pack reforming at the front, forming the Great Wall of St. Paul. But Windy City doing an excellent job of trying to isolate a single Minnesota blocker, hold her back, and create a 20-foot issue. The wall holds so far. Gertrude Stein doing a great job in this jam. And I believe the 2 minutes were up, although people weren't aware.
Looks like there was a little confusion there, and Windy City got on the track before the jam was over. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Old Dirty number 7. That is, of course, Jackie Daniels. on the line for the Windy City Rollers as we have an official timeout. Jackie Daniels, of course, Minnesota has played Jackie Daniels numerous times on numerous teams, including not only the Windy City Rollers, but her original team, Grand Raggedy from beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. She actually made her way back in 2007 or 2009, the last time the Windy City Rollers were here in the Roy Wilkins Auditorium. She was the, I believe, maid of honor at her best friend's wedding, and flew in a red-eye to be here to play with her squad before she moved to Chicago.
Roller derby, very important in Jackie Daniels' life. She's also a member of the Bank Track Champions.
Ooh.
Actually, Team Legit. They're not champions anymore. But they're not champions anymore.
You know, in their own minds.
So the score 34-27.
Looks like there is just a little bit of minor penalty confusion on the track tonight.
So 35-32, correction from me.
Yep. So it's a 3-point game after 15 minutes, 6 seconds. And it's entirely possible that I'm totally wrong, but Windy City has double the lead jams of Minnesota, yet only 3 more points. So Minnesota's really capitalizing on those lead jams. Looks like Barla Vendetta actually picked up her 4th minor on that last jam, and she's going to spend a minute in the box. So Minnesota with a 4-3 blocker advantage, but
it is a power jam.
It's a power jam, that is true.
Still sorting things out. The winner of this game will likely get the 1 seed. And also,
that's true,
Windy City trying to get their 25th straight win in the North Central. A streak going back to 2007.
I mean, that would be nice for them.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
And I believe it would also be nice if Minnesota broke that streak.
Well, that would be Minnesota nice.
Yes.
That's different. You'll of course forgive Minnesota if they don't send Windy City back with a win, right?
I will forgive them. But
okay, that's nice of you. That's very nice.
They'll have to meet again, perhaps, in Niagara Falls.
That's right.
Later this year.
The last 2 years, these two teams have met each other in the final game of the North Central Regional Tournament. First one up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Then last year in Naptown, Indianapolis. This year, we'd love to have you join us in Niagara Falls, New York. And literally, the venue is like 2 blocks from the falls. So you're going to see the most picturesque roller derby in your life. Yeah.
We're going to get a clarification here.
Oh, I see. There is a little score clarification there. Minnesota with only 27 points, which makes it an 8-point game in favor of Windy City.
So I was right the first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like to tell you that.
I know. Thank you.
All right. In case you've forgotten, since the timeout began, that's Jackie Daniels on the line for Windy City. Minnesota with a full blocker force. Windy City down by 2. Slow in the back, pushing her out, moving in.
Windy City, the pack speed was established, and Jackie Daniels was trying to push those blockers out. Windy City's blockers were maintaining the pack speed. But Jackie Daniels clears the pack, gets lead jammer status right in front of secondhand Smoke.
Jackie Daniels does make it through and gets lead jammer first, but secondhand Smoke with a major back block. No, not a major back block. I take that back. Major back block in the hands of number 219. That's Who's Your Mama. Oh, look at that! Holy carp! Holy carp! 4 points for secondhand Smoke.
Jackie Daniels on her scoring pass. Has only 2 blockers helping her out there against 4.
Additional blocker back in here for Windy City, bringing it up to 3. And she calls it off after picking up 2 points for Windy City. 2 points. That's going to bring up to 37. So it is a 6-point game. Minnesota with 31. 13:45 to go in this first half.
So despite not getting lead jammer status, Minnesota still scores 4-2 in that one.
Well, I think that's fair.
That's a victory there for Minnesota.
I'm fine with that. I don't know about you, but I'm fine with that.
We're going to see Kola Loka out there for the Windy City Roller All-Stars. She's up against Lexicutor.
Kola Loka jumping back and forth, trying to figure out a hole to get through.
She's a former boxer. She's trying to stay quick on her feet.
Lexicutor! 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 Lead jammer.
Kola Loka clears as well. So we look at the pack reform. Windy City's claiming the front. But Minnesota clears the way for their jammer. Let's see. She passed 0. So nice block. I think Bork had that hit. Ending the jam there, 37-31. It remains on the scoreboard. Varla Vendetta, the jammer for Windy City. And Jukebox, her teammate from Team USA.
Team USA, that's right. Minnesota with 2 players on Team USA, Jukebox and Medusa.
And Varla Vendetta, the lone USA player. You have more.
So we win on that.
You win on that.
Part.
You have more USA players. The scrum going as per usual.
I know a lot of people don't like the rugby scrum, but I really dig it.
And a major forearm on someone out there.
Oh, major.
It's Varla. Power jam, Minnesota.
I'd say that's a dump truck patented power jam situation for Minnesota. But Jukebox still trying to get through these final blockers for Windy City. Getting pushed out.
We're getting directional minors being picked up by Windy City skaters. You cannot go in a opposite direction. Lead jammer Jukebox. The pack moving at a snail's pace.
That's Minnesota's 5th lead jam, catching up to Windy City. Oh! Grand slam, Jukebox.
Scarman Electra goes to the penalty box for a penalty. And here comes Jukebox again. She meets a 3-wall.
Getting slowed down and pushed in by Carmageddon. Jukebox trying to get through those fast 2 players and makes it. Grand slam, Minnesota. Grand slam, Jukebox.
I believe that's our 3rd lead change of the night.
That's right, Minnesota retakes the lead.
Varla Vendetta clears the pack. There's a major penalty on Jukebox. So Varla Vendetta's going to get a chance to score here.
So that is going to be a Windy City power jam situation now. Slowed her down as much as possible, but then picked up the 5 points for the Grand Slam.
So we get our 2nd lead change in the jam.
But that's 5 points. So that is a 1-point game. Windy City leads with 10 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the first half. On the line now, that is Athena de Crime for the Windy City RollerGirls. Windy City Rollers.
Actually, they're going to swap them out.
Swapping out for Kola Loka. Windy City taking the outside here. Minnesota forming a traditional wall. Windy City slowing it down.
The pack speed gets established. Windy City maintains that pack speed.
And lead jam, Windy City.
And Minnesota loses a blocker as well.
Tiki Torture hits the box. Didn't see that she was out of play there.
Cola Loca.
5-point grand slam for the Windy City Rollers. Cola Loca. Pack slows to a crawl. Cola Loca trying to make her way through. And eventually does. Gertrude Stein just trying to make her way through. Sargentina to the box again. But that's another grand slam for Windy City.
Jukebox out of the penalty box, now making her way through on her initial pass. Contending with the event your maker, Konichiwa and Bork. Cola Loca gets through on another scoring pass.
That's another 5 points, another grand slam for Windy City.
Cola Loca through one more time, calls it off. Another 4 points for Windy City. A big jam, the biggest jam of the night.
Yeah, that's a big jam. Big change for Windy City there. Taking the lead again, 42-61 now. So it's a 19-point game. 8 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the first half. Looks like, we have both jammers are out, but only 3 skaters out there for Windy City for full four blockers for Minnesota.
We've been seeing this matchup a few times tonight. Athena to Crime versus Harmony Killer Brews for the home team, Minnesota. And Harmony Killer Brews is your lead jammer.
And the crowd goes wild as Harmony Killer Brews makes it through just in turn 1 there. Medusa trying to push inside, but Athena the Crime, unfortunately for Minnesota, unable to be slowed down.
A quick 4 points for Harmony Killer Brews. Minnesota very quickly claims the jammer line.
Minnesota catching up on those lead jams too. Very important to get those, not just for, not just for calling up when you have the lead, but calling it off when situations happen, when things go wrong.
It's kind of similar to time of possession in football.
Oh, absolutely,
I would think.
Absolutely.
And we have an official timeout called on the track.
Officially by our officials. We sure would hope that you would all join us at O'Gara's Irish Bar and Grill after the bout, located on the corner of Selby and Snelling in the Mac Groveland neighborhood, just north of McAllister College, just south of I-94. O'Gara's Irish Pub has some great beer specials tonight, as well as DJs all night long until bar close. O'Gara's Irish Bar and Grill back in the Shanty. The Shanty is the name of the room we're in.
I intend to dance.
You can dance.
I thought you should know
if you want to. You can bring no friend of mine. But your friends don't dance. But if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I don't remember the next part, I'm sorry.
I don't remember the next part either.
That was 35 years ago, I think. I was alive, but not really listening to pop music. That was before Raffi, too. All right, on the line for Minnesota secondhand, Smoke up against Zoe Trocious for Windy City. For those of you, of course, watching on tv.mnrollergirls.com, Minnesota's in the Aqua and Army. Windy City in the black and silver.
Diamond Ruff doing a very nice job out there, holding off Zoe Trocious. Lead jammer, second hand, Smoke. Now Windy City moves into offensive position, gets their jammer through. 3-on-2 in the pack. Second hand, Smoke. Jackie Daniels trying to hold her off. And Jackie Daniels was not the point. 2 points for Windy City as well.
It looks like she waited just a little too long to call it. Picked up 2 points for the Windy City Rollers. 3 points for Minnesota. So that's a little chip away of the lead. Not much, but certainly Minnesota needs more than that.
Some ghost points awarded in that one. Once you pass the first blocker, you get a point for every blocker that's out of play on the opposing team. In this case, blockers in the penalty box.
Executor on the line for Minnesota up against Varla Vendetta for Windy City.
And both jammers trying to muscle their way through. Lead jammer for Minnesota, Executor. Varla Vendetta's right there. Executor trying to play some defense to recycle Varla in. They ate the baby.
That's right, eating the baby, slowing the jammer down enough for the blockers to catch up and take care of her. And now the Great Wall of St. Paul is reforming in front of Varla. Trying to slow her down, trying to push her out, trying to do anything to keep her from getting through. Finally has made it through. 43 seconds in.
The Executor here on her scoring pass, and the packet spread out. They have to let her go. She calls it off. 4 points for Executor, who ate the baby.
And they are taking that like they just scored some sort of crazy 25-point power jam. They are very happy with that. That's the kind of thing that needs to turn the tide of a game. When you're down by nearly 20 points, you really need to keep on doing everything you can to kind of change up what you've been doing wrong, start doing stuff right. It's a 10-point game now with less than 4.5 minutes to go in the first half.
This sport very much a game of momentum, and right now Minnesota has a little bit of it. We got Cola Loca for Windy City against Jukebox for Minnesota.
Jukebox jamming for Minnesota. Buzz tight rear blocking. Both of them came from our friends over in Madison, the Mad Rollin' Dolls. And Jukebox! Jukebox takes lead jam.
The crowd erupts here as Jukebox with a chance to score some points. And Cola Loca clears the pack just as Jukebox engages. And Cola calls off the jam. 4 points for Jukebox.
Chip away at that lead like they are coal miners in West Virginia. Minnesota RollerGirls coming through, trying to get through, trying to take down that lead bit by bit by bit. 57-63 now, a 6-point game, 3.5 minutes to go in this first half.
This a battle so far. Minnesota with the home field advantage. This is the first time Windy City has played against Minnesota in Minnesota
since 2009.
They didn't play Minnesota that week. Not that.
Yeah.
Well, that was in Chicago.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harmony Killebrews, just gets pushed out, but makes it back in after Jackie Daniels was pushed out. Your lead jammer, though, that's Athena to crime for the Windy City Rollers. Harmony shifts back to defense. It gets pushed out. All of Windy City concentrating on Harmony. Eventually makes it through.
Athena to crime takes a hit from Gertrude Stein. She's making her way, trying to get things back on track a little bit here for Windy City. I believe 3 points for Windy City.
And 0 for Minnesota, so Windy City extends their lead to 67.
(66-57) on the scoreboard. Varla Vendetta versus Secondhand Smoke. Varla Vendetta in her 8th season of play.
This is, of course, Secondhand Smoke's 2nd season as Secondhand Smoke. Of course, before that, she was Kilimanjaro for a couple of seasons. Oh, big hit there. Taking her out. Forgetting to buy her drinks.
Both jammers nearing the front of the pack, trying to get through. One blocker to beat for Varla Vendetta. Lead jammer is Varla Vendetta. But she gets recycled back into the pack, so she does have lead jammer status.
That was her 4th minor there, I believe, on Yvetcha Maker. Actually got called it on the straightaway here, but didn't actually get to her until just now. So Minnesota and Windy City both down by a blocker.
And a major back block on Varla Vendetta. It's a power jam now. We're going the full 2 minutes. Go ahead.
That's going to be a Minnesota power jam. And it always sucks when a major penalty happens right there just past turn 1, past the point of no return. They have to skate all the way around before their penalty can begin.
So Windy City goes into penalty kill mode, going to try and hold off secondhand smoke. Minnesota isolating on Bork.
Secondhand smoke, that's her initial pass, and a hard-fought one. 1.5 minutes it took her to get through. That just speaks to the skill of the Windy City Roller Girls here. Windy City Rollers, excellent defense.
This jam will go to its natural conclusion.
That's a grand slam. And that is a penalty to number 219, Who's Your Mama, and to 1837 from Minnesota, Diamond Ruff. The penalty box just filling up here.
And 2 minutes are up. That's going to bring us to halftime. 3 more points, making it just a 1-point game at the half.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Going into the half. We're waiting to make sure, but I believe that is a very close game coming up here. Okay, folks, it is halftime. Y'all up in the balcony can come on downstairs and dance to the tunes. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please present Kubla Khan!
What's up, everybody? Come on down, balcony. Get up, and get down. Cellular biologist, a cellular biologist by trade. My friend Nels is a cellular biologist by day. When he gets some time off by himself, he takes that double K off of the shelf. When he gets some time off by himself, he takes that double K off of the shelf. La 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 la. Is a cellular biologist by trade. My friend Nels is a cellular biologist by day. When he gets some time off by himself, he takes that double K off of the shelf. When he gets some time off by himself, he takes that double K off of the shelf. La 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 la. When the lab is all empty and the emails have all been checked and the cells are sleeping for the night. When the lab is all empty and the emails have all been checked and the cells are sleeping for the night, and it's alright. cellular biologist, a cellular biologist by trade. My friend Nels is a cellular biologist by day. When he gets some time off by himself, he takes that double K off of the shelf. When he gets some time off by himself, takes that double K off of the shelf. La 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 la. Takes more than good intentions to make a man a man, and it takes more than a pocket full of dollars to make romance. You never get lemonade by squeezing a lime. You never get anything if you keep wasting my time. And you know that the morning always comes, whether you're ready or not. And the things that you have forgotten, sonny, you've already forgot. But the same time that carried it away will bring it all back. And the things that you had too much of will be the things that you lack. You never get lemonade by squeezing a lime. You never get anything if you keep wasting my time. Where you at? Hey! Wasting my time, yeah. Our name is Kuba Khan, and the pleasure's ours. Good to see you, Minnesota. Go ahead, David.
Putting on my skates
if you say yes, then life is great. Picking up, popping the concession stand, stalling at the arcade to get the nerve, asking you out to the floor so I could hold your hand. Maybe later we could do it all over again. I'm gonna make a move to ask you out to skate, and if you say yes, then life is great. You look at me and you start to smile. I'm looking at you and I'm smiling too. I'm gonna make the move to ask you out to skate, and if you say yes, then life is great. I'm gonna make the move to ask you out to skate, and if you say yes, then life is great. Become Roller Girls! Thank you for having us tonight. Could I have a little more keyboards in those monitors, please? I know everyone in the audience by name. A free beer is my brand of fame. My mom is in the back, plugging her ears, paying off piano for all those years. She asked me if I miss playing music, if I feel bad to take my talent and then abuse it. I tell her that this takes a lot of talent. She only pictures something for me far more gallant. You know what, Mom? This is what I'm doing now. I feel good. 'Cause I play in a local band, and you might say that you knew me well. 'Cause I play in a local band. I do admit this keeps me feeling youthful, but in the morning my knees will keep me truthful. We don't have girls, have money or have a bus, but stick around and have a few cold drinks with us. We didn't get here in a limousine, we're not the best man that you ever seen. In fact, Minneapolis has 2 better bands, but you paid your $5, so get up and clap your hands. Clap your hands.
Come on now.
Clap your hands. Clap your hands. 'Cause I play in a local band, and you might say that you knew me well. 'Cause I play in a local band, and you might say that you knew me well. 'Cause I play, because I proudly play in a Minnesota local band. Oh, yes! Hustle on up. You got 4 minutes.
Let's do this.
What are the 2 keys? What are the 2 keys?
Hey, let me raise the
This is you, Eric.
All right, pretty people. We're going to throw you a bone. We apologize to Young MC. You ready? Here we go. Let's do this. Come on, here's your chance. Shake it out. We gotta get the energy up for the second half. We need this. All right, here we go. This is the tale for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down cause you're overzealous. Play hard to get females, get jealous. Okay, smarty, go to a party. Girls are dancing, the crowd is showing body. Chick walks by, you wish you could sex her, but you're standing on the wall like you was Poindexter. Next day's function, high class luncheon. Food is served and you're stone cold munching. Music comes on, people start to dance, and then you ate so much you need to split your pants. A girl starts walking, guy starts gawking, sits down next to you and starts talking. Says she wants to dance cause she likes to groove, so come on, Fatso, and just bust the move! Just bust the move.
You want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you got it.
You're on a mission and you're wishing someone could feel your lonely condition. Looking for love in all the wrong places. No fine girls, just ugly faces. Front frustration, first information is to become a monk and leave the situation. Every dark tunnel has a light of hope, so don't hang yourself with a celibate rope. No movie's showing, so you're going. Couldn't tell us about the 5 you're blowing. Theater gets dark at the start of the show. Then you spot a fine woman sitting in your row. She's dressed in yellow. She says hello. Come sit next to me, you fine fellow. You run over there without a second to lose. And what comes next? Hey, bust the move!
You want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you got it. You want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you got it.
In the city, ladies look pretty. Guys tell jokes so they can seem witty. Tell a funny joke to make some play. Then you try to make a move and she says,
No way.
Girls are faking, goodness saking. They want a man who brings home the bacon. Got no money and you got no car. Then you got no woman and there you are. Some girls are sadistic, materialistic. Looking for a man makes them opportunistic. Lying on the beach perpetrating a tan so that a brother with money could be there, man. So the beach starts strolling, real high rolling. Everything you have is yours and not stolen. A girl walks up with something to prove. Well, don't just stand there.
You want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you
Just bust
got
the
it.
move.
You want it, you got it. You want it,
it down for me, fellas. Has a brother Larry. In 5 days from now he's gonna marry. He's hoping you can make it there if you can, cause in the ceremony you'll be the best man. You say neato, check your libido, and roll to the church in your new tuxedo. Bride walks down just the start of the wedding, and there's one more girl you won't be getting. You start thinking, then you start blinking. Bridesmaid looks and thinks that you're winking. She thinks you're kinda cute, so she winks back, and now you're feeling really firm, cause the girl is stacked. She says she's jumping, bass is pumping. Look at the girl and your heart starts thumping. She says she wants to dance cause she likes to groove. Now you know what to do, so you bust the move!
You want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you
Just bust
got
the move!
You want it, oh, you got it. You want it, baby, you got it. You want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you got it.
Thank you very much. We are Kubla Khan. You are beautiful people. We're gonna bring home the victory tonight. I feel it in our heart. We're gonna do this together, all of us. I know you're saving it up, you up there in the rafters. You're saving your energy for the big finish. I'm okay with that. That's cool. That's cool. At this time, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Surly Beer, because without Surly Beer, there's just no happiness in life. It's really important, if you're of age, to drink Surly. We're gonna bring it home, and it's okay to stand up. All you people, it's okay. No, really, it's okay. No, really, it's okay. It's okay, I'll give you one more chance. Here we go. What?
You want it,
What?
you got it.
What?
You want it, baby, you
Just bust the move!
You want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you got it.
Let's do this, Roller Girls!
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Kubla Khan. See you again sometime.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kubla Khan! Well, thanks, boys. That was a lot of fun. Now, all you, especially you jerks, have to go back to your seats. I'm sorry. You two especially. You look like trouble. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They look like trouble. What is it? No.
Shoo away the common herd.
A bunch of juvenile delinquents hanging out here.
Are you on the dope?
Yeah. You're hopped up on goofballs.
Oh, that's okay.
That's better. That's better. All
Perfectly
right.
acceptable, that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you could make your way back to your seats. Yeah, you two. I'm sorry. You two. Yeah. That kid is
drag him away.
dragging kids away.
Yeah.
This one's running away from home. I'm sorry. That's an excellent tantrum.
Whoa. Yeah, wow.
I wish I could throw a tantrum. That's good.
I'm
That's
impressed.
fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how was that first half for you? 65-66, a 1-point game with 30 minutes left to play.
Wow.
Holy carp.
Wow.
All right.
I've run out of interesting adjectives or exclamations. Wow,
All right.
is all I can say.
As you folks are making your way back to your tables and chairs, birthdays.
Hey!
A big happy birthday to Henry. Henry is here, his 9th birthday. Where's Henry? Where is Henry?
All right, Henry.
Oh, Henry.
Oh,
His mom, Shimmy Shake from the North Stars, is here wishing him a happy birthday.
maybe he took a nap. a fantastic happy 7th birthday to Bella May of the Chatterbox Pub family.
Where's Bella May?
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. That's fantastic.
7 is off.
Oh, you know who else is here? Is Ted.
Ted.
And he is 6 big years old today.
We found out for sure he's 6.
He's 6.
Awesome.
Yep. You have any more?
I have none.
Okay, well, I have a couple. Mike Reynolds at his first bout tonight, and it's his birthday, and he's here all the way from Kansas City, Missouri.
Wow.
That's a hell of a
Enjoy the
birthday.
electric lights and running water.
Also, I heard a little bird told me that it's Jukebox birthday today, but we don't do skater birthdays.
I thought I heard some rowdies mention it.
We don't. It is Jukebox's birthday, but we don't do skater birthdays. I'm sorry, sir, ma'am.
Please sit down.
Hey, come on.
Take a
I know
seat.
it's Father's Day tomorrow and you love your daughter, but we don't do skater birthdays.
Yeah, no showboating.
There's a bachelorette party here tonight.
Where are you?
Nikki Royal is here.
Last chance, fellas.
Oh, there we go.
All
Nikki
right.
Royal is getting married next week. Congratulations.
Hey to the Windy City fans. Watching the bout tonight at their favorite bar, Christina's Place.
Oh, Christina's Place. That
you been
sounds
there?
like fun.
You've been everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man. Oh, and a very special announcement at the bout tonight. Not in front of everyone, but there was an engagement.
Oh!
Freeze Baby's daughter, Crystal, said yes to Johan. They are engaged. Congratulations to both of them.
By the way, you owe me 20. You said she'd say no.
I know, I did.
Yeah.
I hoped she'd say no.
Yeah.
She's very attractive.
Yes, that's
It's
true.
true. It's
And it would have been a much better story.
And before we begin the second half, I want to make a big thanks to all the visiting leagues here tonight.
There's a lot.
St. Cloud is here tonight.
Fargo Moorhead is here tonight.
Lindstrom is here tonight.
Sioux Falls is here tonight.
Oh, Harbor City.
Chippewa Falls, good beer made there.
That's right. Babe City from Bemidji.
And Des Moines?
That's Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Des Moines. Des Moines.
Beautiful Des Moines.
I got to write that down. Des Moines.
And one sad note before we begin the second half. Where is she? Where is she? She's very short. I can't find her. But our head photographer, Headshot, is actually moving to Germany in 2 days. And we're very sad about that.
Stand up, stand on a chair or something.
Yeah,
so
could
we
you
can see
stand
you.
up, Headshot?
You're very small.
She's a hobbit.
She's
I don't know
smaller
where
than a
she
hobbit.
is.
She's
Yeah.
like a sprite.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
She's going to Germany. She'll be with
Yeah.
the Stuttgart Valley Roller Dames. That'll be fine. All right, folks, are you ready for the second half?
No. Are we ready for the second half? Much better.
That's better. Thank God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the track. The Windy City Rollers and the Minnesota RollerGirls All-Stars. Oh, and the refs, too, I guess. All the officials have to come back as well. All right, let's do it. Brian Mumble, he's a good guy. Let's do this, Brian.
Can we show some love for our referee staff? They're an all volunteer crew.
It's not like there's a real rule against cheering for the officials here. It's just kind of my personal thing.
We boo them a lot. I don't do that, but
I was married to a ref. It's a tough point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ready to begin our second half. We, of course, would like to all, before we begin the second half, welcome you back here and invite you to the Chatterbox tomorrow morning. Chatterbox at Ford Parkway in Cleveland in beautiful St. Paul for a brunch from 10 to noon. It's fantastic with the Minnesota RollerGirls All-Stars. And here we go.
Lexicutor in the short power jam here. Varla Vendetta out of the penalty box. She has to come in at the back of the pack.
Yeah, she had a couple seconds left of her penalty, but makes it through and is your lead jammer.
Lead jammer, Varla Vendetta, Lexicutor right there. So we will look at the pack form. Is there a target for Varla as they jockey for position? Varla calls off the jam. So we get 1 point for the blocker and a ghost point for the blocker in the penalty box. 2 points for Windy City.
2, 2, 2, count them, 2 big roller derby points. Next up, Jukebox for Minnesota, up against number 911. That's Cola Loca for the Windy City Rollers. For those of you, of course, watching the bout from all over the world tonight on tv.mnrollergirls.com, the Minnesota RollerGirls All-Stars are in blue and green, or as we like to call them, aqua and army. And the Windy City Rollers are in black and silver.
Both jammers underway here, moving their way through. Finally to turn 1 and 2.
Naughty Kitty goes all the way up in front there. Tries to slow her down, but is unsuccessful. Jammer goes to Windy City.
Jukebox with a nice move to get through herself. And Kololoka now on her scoring pass.
Buzz tight rear into the box. First penalty this half.
She's going to call off the jam there after scoring 3 points for Windy City.
All right, at the half, it was 66-65 in favor of Windy City. Windy City led with 10-9 lead jams. So really, Minnesota came back in that last half of the first half, picked up a lot of those lead jams. Both teams had 3 power jams, but Minnesota really led there 32-26 off points off power jams. Windy City had 8 grand slams to Minnesota's 6.
We're underway here. We got Yvette Your Maker for the first time tonight gets lead jammer status for Windy City. Harmony Killebrews, now your secondary jammer. She'll be eligible to score her next time through.
That's 3 jams, 3 lead jams for Windy City in the second half. Picks up 4 points and calls it off.
So Windy City's been able to get lead jammer status each jam in the second half, but they haven't been able to get a big one. Minnesota has been able to limit the points, but it's a 10-point game right now. We got Varla Vendetta for Windy City against Secondhand Smoke.
Secondhand Smoke. Carson back a little bit.
Secondhand Smoke had the biggest jam for Minnesota in the first half. She had a 15-point jam. But you bet your maker on the outside is lead jammer.
An excellent, excellent move there by Windy City, holding Minnesota back just a little bit and allowing her to get through. 4 points, 4 points. Matched them in points, 4 and 4, Minnesota, Windy City. She waited just a little too late to call off that jam, allowing Minnesota's jammer to get through. Next up, Lexicutor up against Athena to Crime.
Only 2 blockers out there for Minnesota right now.
We like to play light, you know. Definite advantage for Windy City right now.
And we have a lead jammer despite having less blockers. Lexicutor is your lead jammer.
Athena to Crime also makes it through. Minnesota, of course, down to only 2 blockers in the box. 2 blockers on the track. But actually, the box just bled out blockers. Minnesota is back up to full blocker strength.
Windy City was able to claim the front of the pack. That made it really hard on Lexicutor, so it's going to be 0-0. She called off the jam before Athena to Crime could catch the blockers of Minnesota.
Yeah, great move there. Hold to the double goose egg. That worked out very well for both teams. Varla Vendetta on the line for Windy City up against Jukebox for Minnesota. Minnesota at full blocker strength. Windy City with 1 in the box.
This is still a 10-point game. 25 minutes left to play. Who will be Queen of the North?
Winter is coming. Winter is coming.
We got 2 walls holding off the jammer. Which wall will win? Penalty being called.
Oh!
Major. Shootbox lead jammer Varla Vendetta right on her detail.
Just fantastic, fantastic defense from both these squads tonight. Holding the Jammers back to the last possible second. 3 points Minnesota, 2 points for Windy City there.
So far, very small scoring jams. Every single jam has been one pass only. We got Cola Loca versus Harmony Killer Brews. 9-point game.
Now the situation is a little bit reversed. We have Minnesota with one blocker in the box. That's Shiver Me Kimbers, and a standing blocker for Windy City. That means less than 10 seconds remain. Lead jam, Windy City Rollers.
That's Cola Loca. Gets lead jammer. Now one blocker to beat. And major block to the head on Jackie Daniels as Harmony Killer Brews comes out.
And a major low block on Medusa. So both teams losing a blocker right now.
Cola Loca calls it off right before Harmony Killer Brews can catch the pack. 4 more points for Windy City.
So both teams with blockers in the box. Minnesota with 2, Windy City with 1. Second-hand smoke on the line. Number 9 for Minnesota up against Yvette Your Maker. Number 999 for the Windy City Rollers.
We did not see Yvette jam in the first half. But we see her here in her 7th season of play. Actually, she missed 2010 with a knee injury, so this is actually her 6th season. And she is your lead jammer again.
Lead jam, Windy City. That's their 6th of the second half.
3 blockers in the penalty box for Minnesota right now. 5-point grand slam for Yvette Your Maker.
But second-hand smoke has made it through and is right on the skates.
Yvette Your Maker, she gets past 1 blocker, calls off the jam.
2 points for Minnesota, 3 for Windy City on that second pass.
2 of those points being ghost points for Windy City.
22 minutes to go, 18-point lead right now for Windy City. Pardon me, 19-point lead. Windy City with 93, Minnesota with 74.
2 in the penalty box for Minnesota, 1 for Windy City. Both jammers get in the scrum. Lexicutor around the outside, but Athena the Crime gets through first for lead jammer status for Windy City. A micro pack, 2-on-2 in the pack. And Athena the Crime calls off the jam. 1 point for Minnesota, 0 for Windy City.
And that, luckily for Minnesota, Jackie Daniels was just coming in and just joined the pack right before she was passed by Minnesota's jammer, thus getting Minnesota their single point for that jam. This second half beginning very much like the first. Windy City with 7 lead jams, Minnesota with only 2. Minnesota's going to have to turn this around and try and catch up. 18 points separate these two teams right now. Jukebox.
Very animated jammers. Jukebox nearing the front. She's your lead jammer for Minnesota.
The crowd goes wild. Crowd goes nuts for Jukebox here. And just pours on the speed after she gets through. Grabs onto his shirt, gets the shirt whip. Gets pushed out and back. 1 more blocker.
That's Who's Your Mama up front trying to hold her up. Jukebox stays in bounds, gets through. Lead 5-point grand slam.
That's what these Minnesota fans have been waiting for. Jukebox grand slam.
Zoe Trosh is still on that initial pass. Jukebox on her second scoring pass, right through.
Grand slam, Minnesota. 5 more big roller derby points. Jukebox pumping up the crowd here. Pass
that's the first time we've seen a multi-pass jam in the second half. It goes to Minnesota.
My goodness gracious.
And that makes it a 4-point game. 19 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here. Yvette Your Maker out there for Windy City. She's had a good second half here against Harmony Killer Brews. One blocker down for Minnesota. And we got a timeout called on the track.
Of course. Minnesota RollerGirls, of course, wearing the custom mouth guards provided to us by Fient Dental. Fient Dental, dentistry for the joyful. Fient Dental is located in the beautiful Lynn Lake neighborhood of South Minneapolis.
You got to take care of your teeth.
That's true.
It's very important.
Or they'll take care of you, all right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Wet Spot with the T-shirt cannon. The T-shirt cannon, of course, made from parts purchased from our sponsor, Axeman Surplus. You know, the good thing about getting a T-shirt is you can use it to staunch the bleeding. They get head, you can create a tourniquet or
It's coming in hot.
compress. Yeah, oh boy. Many pounds per square inch of pressure. Launch those things. We would, of course, like to thank each and every one of you for coming out to our very first ever summer bout. We know there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend, and Minnesotans like to be outside in the 3 or 4 weeks that we can do so. But thanks so much for coming out.
This delay brought to you by a points review. They're discussing how many points were awarded. So now we look at the score. It's 93 to 89. We will see if that's how it remains. A difference in the second half. Both teams switch benches. Also, they switch jammer reps as well.
I'm really glad we have those folks in a cage because they're very angry. They're excited.
The people over there.
And now they're on the big screen, so now they have to get excited. What do their shirts say? I don't even know. Or not their shirts, their chests. Their chests and the bellies for the ladies are painted.
To say something that I cannot read.
Yeah, that's all right. Most of those people in that section can't read themselves, so that's good. All right, and play will resume. There is a 4-point deficit that Minnesota is working under right now, 89 to 93. Plenty of time left, just under 19 minutes to go in this game.
So a big jam for Jukebox in the last jam. Yvette Your Maker versus Harmony Killer Brews. Harmony's making a move. One blocker to beat. Bork. Lead jammer, Harmony Killer Brews.
Lead jam, Minnesota. Lead jam, Harmony Killer Brews.
So Windy City claims the front.
Tries to catch on up.
And Harmony's going to call off the jam. We'll see how many she got. One
singular point.
1 point. 93-90. 3-point game. So we see Cola Loca versus Secondhand Smoke. Currently 4-3 in the pack in favor of Windy City.
This is going to be we knew this was going to be a very close bout because both of these teams just got beaten by very, very narrow margins by Charm City, number 3 in the East.
The pack's starting to crack a little bit. Both jammers trying to make their way through. Kalaloka's near the front. Kalaloka is your lead jammer for Windy City. Shiver Me Kimber's trying to hold her off, but Cola clears. As does Secondhand Smoke. Major penalty on, I think, Medusa. for Minnesota.
Major track cut on Medusa there.
See, Cola calls it off. Did she do it so in time? 1 point for Minnesota, 0 for Windy City. So despite not getting lead jammer status, they inch another inch closer.
Windy City now, that is, I believe, now these are unofficial stats, of course, but that is 8 lead jams for Windy City, only 4 for Minnesota.
Minnesota has quite a few times tonight has gotten more points than Windy City despite not getting lead jammer when Windy City got lead jammer. Varla Vendetta right around the outside.
Round the outside. Varla Vendetta with a great move there. I don't know if Minnesota's blockers were just not paying attention to that outside, but they were able to just make a hole for her, and she got right on through.
Now Varla on her scoring pass as the pack tightens up.
Look at this fantastic defense by Windy City, holding back Lexicutor. And that's a grand slam for Windy City. Grand slam for number 25, Varla Vendetta.
This pack, a meat grinder out there as Varla Vendetta comes right back in. 10 so far for Varla Vendetta and the Windy City Rollers.
Second grand slam. She's going for another one.
I see Tamikaze out there blocking for the first time tonight for Windy City. A rookie for the Windy City Roller All-Stars. Here comes Varla Vendetta on her third scoring pass, contending with Diamond Ruff. 15-point jam so far for Varla Vendetta.
So very close there, Diamond Ruff trying to push her out within an inch or so. Oh! Varla Vendetta, another grand slam, 20 points.
Great defense here by Windy City. Using a very young team, Konichiwa out there as well. Her first year with the Windy City Roller All-Stars. Here comes Varla again. 25-point jam so far.
25 points for Varla Vendetta. Still time left on the clock. Still players to pass.
And Varla calls it off after a spin move. 2 more. A 27-point jam for the Windy City Rollers.
Goodness.
The first multi-pass jam for Windy City in the second half, and it's a big one. Timeout called.
And as you might imagine, head coach Danny Gravity of the Minnesota RollerGirls is going to call a timeout, get Minnesota's heads back in the game, calm them down a little bit. A 27-point jam, that's a hell of a thing. Now leading by 29 points, Windy City. Still quite a bit of time left. And as you know, we just saw a 27-point jam. That's nothing in roller derby.
That can go very quickly. T-shirt.
You had it, sir. You almost had it. More T-shirt cannons being shot all over the place.
Minnesota has some words, the regrouping here. They're going to send Jukebox out. And we're going to get an intentional 4th minor by Secondhand Smoke. Jammers do not like jamming having 3 minors, so.
Except when they forget that they have 3 minors.
That happens sometimes.
They have a great time until they notice.
Cola Loca, your lead jammer for Windy City.
It works again. Windy City just creating that little slot on the outside to let their jammer through to grab lead jam status.
And Old Dirty Go-Go with the jammer takedown on Jukebox.
Very nice push there by Old Dirty Go-Go.
So 5-point pass there for Cola Loca. Jukebox clears as well. And Cola passes, clears, calls off the jam. She gets 3 more points. So a quick 8-point jam for Cola Loca.
Yvette Shoemaker on the line for Windy City up against Harmony Killebrews. Harmony Killebrews had a lot better luck the last jam that she was in than the Minnesota has had these past 2. We're going to see if she can turn the tide for Minnesota. Windy City now with a 37-point lead.
Nice math.
Thank you.
And Yvette, your maker, has some room on the outside with only 2 blockers out there for Minnesota. And outside the engagement penalty on Tamakaze. So it's a major penalty on Yvette, your maker. Power jam for Minnesota.
That is exactly what Minnesota needs right now. A major back block was called. Bork. Excellent job of pushing out Harmony Killebrew, having her to re-enter at the back of the pack, calling her skaters back to rejoin her and kind of create some sort of wedge that she can get through this amazing defense being played by Windy City.
Cutting the track penalty on, I believe that's Konichiwa. 5-point grand slam, Minnesota. This is exactly what Minnesota needed, a power jam to regroup, get some momentum going their way. 10 points so far for Harmony Killebrews.
And as Minnesota's last blocker returns, it is a minivan situation. There's no room at the inn for Windy City.
Bork is a jammer takedown.
Bork slowing down, speeding up, doing an excellent job. Oh! Nice jump to the right there. Jump to the outside by Harmony Killebrews, and another 5-point grand slam. Bork's going to the box.
Only 1 blocker out there for Windy City. It's the rookie Tamakaze. She can't hold her off.
20 points for Minnesota there.
Here comes Harmony.
Goes outside, gets pushed out. Has to re-enter behind Tamakaze.
And that's 2 minutes are up. Big jam for Minnesota.
24 points. That brings Minnesota right back into it. 2 points, though, played by Windy City. That's going to bring them up to 130. So it's now a 15-point game with just under 11 minutes to go.
So momentum swings back to Minnesota's direction. Jukebox versus Kololoka. 2 in the box for Windy City. Jukebox has room on the outside. Lead jammer Jukebox.
Finally, Minnesota's using the same thing that Windy City just used. Create a tiny little bit of hallway on the outside. Send their jammer through. Grab lead jam. Get the grand slam. Take that back 4 points. I just got a little excited. Pardon me, sir.
Kololoka also on a scoring pass here. Jukebox likes the matchup. She's going to keep it going.
Tiki Torture doing an excellent job of trying to force the track cut there. Windy City having no way with it. Windy City saying, no, I'm able to stay on my skates. Stay in line. Tiki Torture, another attempt.
Shiver Me Kimbers doing a nice job of blocking. Shiver Me Kimbers recycles Kololoka all the way to the back.
Oh! Stays in! Bounce! Oh my God! How did she do that? Oh! Grand Slam, Minnesota!
The crowd going absolutely wild now. Kololoka still on her first scoring pass. Jukebox has already scored 9. Jukebox on her third scoring pass. Kololoka on her first. Kola clears. She gets 4 points for her efforts. And Jukebox on her third pass. Outside the engagement zone. Calls off the jam.
4 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we brought it back to a 1-point game.
Lead change. Minnesota. Wait. No, Windy City scored as well. 1-point game.
You just got to listen to me, Brian.
You're right.
You just got to pay attention.
Math is hard.
8 minutes, 34 seconds remaining. 1-point game here.
And Varla Vendetta goes to the penalty box late there.
Varla Vendetta just makes it off the track and into the box.
Windy City gets their jammer through. Lead jammer, Windy City. Lexicutor is right there. So we look at the pack. Pay attention to what's going on in the pack.
Now a horse race.
So it looks like it's going to be 1 point Windy City, 2 points Minnesota, tie game.
Oh, my goodness.
Ghost point. That was a ghost point.
The Windy City had one blocker in the box. So when Minnesota passed that last blocker, she got both points. Points for passing the blocker and the points for the penalty.
We're seeing the replay here. That's just pack jostling. And we got Jackie Daniels, the captain of Windy City, versus Secondhand Smoke in this tie game. 135 all, 7.5 minutes left to play.
Oh!
Secondhand Smoke!
Lead jammer, Minnesota!
Jackie Daniels got Medusa to beat. She gets past Medusa. The pack reforms.
Both jammers using the entire width of the track to try and make it through possibly. Secondhand Smoke gets through, calls it off.
And with that,
4 points, Minnesota.
One for Windy City, but Minnesota takes the lead. 6 minutes, 45 seconds left to pay. The streak is on the line. Will it end tonight? 5-point game here.
I thought we got Undy in the front row of the box here. I thought he was going to have a heart attack. He jumped up when Minnesota took the lead. Oh,
Harmony Killer Brews versus Cola Loca. 6:25 remains.
Cola Loca going up against Harmony Killer Brews.
Both jockeying back and forth, trying to find a matchup they like. Cola gets taken out.
Tamakaze doing a great job holding her back. Harmony Killer Brews, lead jammer, Minnesota.
Old Dirty Go-Go goes to the penalty box. Big loss for the Windy City pack. Cola Loca clears the pack. Here comes Harmony Killer Brews, one blocker to beat. She's able to juke around Sargentina, calling off the jam, extending the lead by 4 more points. 8-point game.
Minnesota now with an 8-point lead, but there is plenty of time to go.
And we're going to call a timeout here. Howie Rolson calls the timeout for Windy City.
Very similar. Of course, Minnesota called that timeout when a couple of jams didn't go their way. Very smart move by Windy City's coaches saying, hey, all right, guys, we're going to calm down. We're going to take this inch by inch. We've beaten these folks 5 times already. We can do it again. Minnesota very elated now, ahead by 8 points. With this late in the game, Minnesota has never been ahead this late in the game against Windy City.
No, they have not. I don't think Windy City... Will the streak end tonight? Windy City has a target on their back and Minnesota has a cannon. Two blockers in the box for Windy City here.
Yeah, that is not what Windy City needs right now. Minnesota with a full pack here. And it's getting so loud in the legendary Roy Wilkins Auditorium, I can barely hear myself, which is a good thing.
Who's Your Mama and Borg trying to hold off Jukebox at an extreme disadvantage. Jukebox lead jammer. Yvette Your Maker still being held in. Scarman Electra holding her off. Jukebox racking up some points. Who's Your Mama gives her a shot, but pushing her out. Jukebox, 5-point grand slam, extending the lead. Also killing time. The clock, a huge factor now.
Windy City's players cooling their heels in the box, wanting desperately to get back in. Bork with an excellent sideways move there. Pushes out Jukebox.
Jukebox absorbs the hit from Bork, keeps going. Cutting the track, major penalty.
Cutting the track major on Jukebox, going to the box. Oh, and this Minnesota heavy crowd does not like that.
We're going the full 2 minutes here. I think Yvette Yermaker's still on that initial pass, so she's not scoring as of yet. So nice defense here by Minnesota. Still in control of this jam.
Minnesota now able to just concentrate on defense, holding her back, not having to worry about helping their jammer get through.
Outside of 20 feet, they have to let Yvette go. We'll see if Jukebox, she may have scored more points before she went to the penalty box. We'll find out at the end of the jam.
Windy City doing a great job of isolation, slowing down the play to play.
Yvette Yermaker on a scoring pass here, trying to cut into that deficit as we're coming down the home stretch. Yvette Yermaker clears. 5-point grand slam.
They had to let her through due to the 20-foot rule, but that's the end of that jam. Very lucky for Minnesota that the jam ended when it did to staunch the bleeding.
So one more point for Minnesota for Jukebox before she went to the box. We're waiting for the scoreboard to adjust. Jukebox will start standing in the penalty box. It's a 9-point game with 3 minutes, 23 seconds left to play.
Whatever the hell happens tonight, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being out here. Are you happy that you came to one of the greatest bouts in Roy Wilkins history? Oh, boy.
Will Minnesota take down Windy City tonight? It's never happened in the North Central region.
You know, I gotta tell you, we have a mutual friend, Val Capone, who, when anyone says it's anybody's game, she likes to say anybody isn't playing tonight. But I must disagree, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, this close, only 9 points separate the best two teams in the North Central region. 3 minutes, 23 seconds, and regulation left. Anything can happen.
Who wants it more? Who can maintain without doing too much? The adrenaline is pumping out there.
Who can play clean, too?
We have a penalty challenge from Minnesota, and I don't think that changed.
Nothing.
We went with it. Stand. So a short power jam here for Varla Vendetta.
Objection overruled. Minnesota forming that wide wall at the back of the pack. Varla Vendetta on the note. Minnesota's changing up. And looks like a fourth minor went. And that's going to bring Naughty Kitty to the box. Minnesota has to change up their game here, making a 3-wall at the front instead of a 4 at the back.
So the pack speed is established.
The Great Wall of St. Paul holding her back. Tries to push her out, knocks her down.
That's going to be a minor penalty. Lead jammer Varla Vendetta. Jukebox comes out of the penalty box. Now for her initial pass, 9-point game. Varla Vendetta right through the pack.
Oh, like a hot knife through a cliche. There goes Varla Vendetta. 5 big points for Windy City.
Sargentina and Jackie Daniels holding off Jukebox.
Minnesota's through.
Very important that Jukebox got through there. Varla Vendetta clears the pack.
And calls it off.
Saying 5 points for Windy City. That's going to give Windy City the lead, I believe. 151 to 150 in favor of Windy City.
One-point game, 2 minutes to go. 1, possibly 2 jams to go. Cola Loca on the line for the Windy City Rollers in black and silver.
It's a micro pack right through. Secondhand smoke.
Takes it, but Cola Loca makes it through as well, right behind.
3 on 2 in the pack. Here comes secondhand smoke. Getting points. Calling off the jam.
And Minnesota retakes the lead.
1 minute, 33 seconds left. left to play. Minnesota has the lead. I think by 2? By 3
points. 3-point lead. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go in regulation. For those of you old hats at roller derby, you know what's happening next. For those of you newbies, this is what happens. That center clock, that's not going to matter anymore. As soon as that hits 0, the only clock that matters is going to be that 2-minute jam clock.
Stay off the track. Varla Vendetta versus Lexecutor for the game. Varla looking very defensive.
Lexecutor takes, oh, she takes it! Lexecutor! Lexecutor! Lead jam! Minnesota! Lexecutor!
Varla Vendetta still in an initial pass, playing aggressive.
Varla's also made it through, but Minnesota's taken it.
Minnesota scoring points and killing clock.
The pack building up speed, building up steam. 4 points, Minnesota, 4 points.
She's going to keep it going. She has lead jammer status. Up 7. Varla Vendetta on a scoring pass. Varla is through. She gets 4, 3-point game. But second hand, Lexecutor on a scoring pass.
And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, your Minnesota RollerGirls All-Stars! Your Derby for All Game Changer Award goes to Jukebox, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this changes the whole scheme of things. After brouhaha, after 2 weeks ago, when out of nowhere Ohio comes in and starts kicking ass in the top center. But oh, the entire top 10 of the North Central is changing. But your Minnesota RollerGirls All-Stars, for the first time ever, have beaten the Windy City Rollers. This win has been a long time coming, and it is only fitting that it is so narrow a margin, only 5 points. And you can bet if this year is anything like the last 2 years, these two teams are going to meet up at the end, at the championship in the North Central Region Championships, and they're going to go again. This time Windy City's going to be aching for blood. They're going to be pissed off that they lost the lead. They lost their massive lead. Oh my goodness. 5 points. Minnesota wins 160 to 155. How about a big hand for the Windy City Rollers? Hell of a team, a long time on the top. 24 straight wins against North Central teams. But finally, after 5 long, hard battles over 4 years, the Minnesota RollerGirls have come out victorious. 160 to 155. You folks here at the Roy have witnessed history. Thank you so much for coming tonight. We will see you at the after party. We will see you at O'Gara's. We will see you tomorrow morning for those of you with kids at the Chatterbox. And I'm losing my voice. Thank you to Bryant Mumble coming up all the way here from Chicago. Thank you to Stalker Channing making the trek from Roseville. It's a short trip. And thanks to each and every one of you who made it out tonight to witness history in the making. It's also Jake's birthday. Congratulations. And as the Minnesota RollerGirls go by, giving the high fives to all the fans We'd like to say we could not have done it without each and every one of you coming to each of these games, buying a ticket, wearing a t-shirt, telling somebody else about roller derby, getting them out to a bout, and screaming your asses off for us. Thank you so much to each and every one of the fans who came out tonight. Thanks to Windy City. Thanks to the North Stars. We'll see you at the after party. Drive safely. Now get the hell out.